Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Zach Cormier. I'm super excited to be introducing you guys to Meridiogram today. Meridiogram is a holistic health tool that I've created in order to help you identify where there is dysfunction in your body, why that dysfunction got there in the first place, and what to do about it in order to fix it. Something that brings me a lot of joy in life is being able to help people overcome their greatest health challenges. So it's really important for me for people to live freely and on their own terms. I don't want people to be wasting their time at hospitals and doctors' offices, living in pain and dysfunction. I want them to be doing the things in life that they want to do. So when I became a healthcare professional, I knew I wanted to create a method or a system to do just that. I knew it had to be a truly comprehensive system that took into account every aspect of a person's well-being. So I studied the masters in many different fields of medicine, saw what it is that they did the best that helped the most people get better, and doing that in the most efficient way possible, of course. So I took all those ideas and integrated them into one cohesive system. The goal is to have you achieve optimal health and then maintain it through the guidance and the tools provided by that system. I got my start as a healthcare professional as an acupuncturist. And as an acupuncturist, we tend to get a lot of very challenging clients and cases. What that means is that many people seem to go to other doctors and specialists and professionals first, and when those things fail, they say, what the heck, I'll try acupuncture. So my clients were coming in, these challenging clients, and we were doing acupuncture, and I was also sharing with them the knowledge from my studies. And they were saying, Zach, the acupuncture is great, it's fantastic, I'm feeling much better, but the thing that has been the most valuable thing that you've given me is the knowledge and the understanding of my body and how to take care of it. My clients were getting better because I was giving them the know-how and the tools to change their own health. I was helping them understand the owner's manual for their body and providing them with the proper care and maintenance procedures in order to achieve and maintain health. My clients were able to overcome and reverse their diseases and poor health because they had reclaimed their body's ability to naturally heal itself. Whether we think about it or not, our body is healing and regenerating itself all the time. When we get a cut on our arm, we don't think about it, but the wound will close up, those skin cells will be created in that area, and it'll be like new after a week. We don't even think about it twice. So the same thing in heart disease, where the heart cells lose their function and lose the ability to heal and regenerate. So disease in any location is those specific cells in those locations failing, and then creating symptoms in order to point our attention there so we know that that area needs fixing. The symptoms that manifest in our body function like the check engine light in your car. When that light comes on, we know that our car needs some sort of care or maintenance. So if you tape over that light in your car and you continue to drive it, you know that car is going to become more damaged and likely become dysfunctional to the point of not being able to use it anymore. So when symptoms pop up in people such as pain or rash or poor sleep, those function like the body's check engine light. Those are invitations for us to take a closer look at our environment and our habits and our lifestyle to see what sort of care or maintenance our body needs so we can fix it and keep it from getting worse. The first part of the Meridiogram process is the Holistic Health Questionnaire. This is the part where you answer questions about your symptoms and about your health and about your health history. Meridiogram is then able to take that information and identify which of your body's systems is the weakest and needs the most attention based off that information that you provide. Meridiogram is also able to combine the seemingly random symptoms into an understandable model to see where the disease or health challenges you have came from, how they progress to where your health challenges are now, and where they will likely progress to in the future if those things remain unchecked. The next part of the process is receiving the list of root causes for why it is that you likely develop the health challenges and symptoms that you have now. These are based off of how you answer the Meridiogram questionnaire, so these list of root causes are specific to you. There are 13 possible root causes. You may have one root cause, you may have all 13, you may be somewhere in the middle with 6 or 7. On your report, they'll be listed in order of severity. So the most important ones are at the top and the more minor ones toward the bottom. So it's important to focus on the ones at the top of the list. Those are probably going to be the core issues and the big players and why it is that you developed the dysfunction in your body and why it's sticking around. So placing our focus there is like moving the big rocks first and then the little rocks next. It's important to stay focused on the root causes and not the symptoms. When we focus on symptoms, what happens is we use certain modalities or techniques and things get better and then they get worse and they get better and they get worse. It's kind of that temporary resolution, flip-flop, and nothing really permanently lasts and creates healthy, positive change. By focusing on the root causes, we're working on the things that actually created the symptoms in the first place. So when we address root causes, the symptoms will disappear by themselves. So along with the list of the 13 possible root causes, you'll also receive actionable, applicable, and understandable guidance to address and resolve every single one of these root causes. The root causes are usually things in your environment or lifestyle or habits that you have that are contributing to the cells failing and becoming dysfunctional. One common root cause that I see a lot that usually flies under the radar is how dental health issues lead to systemic health issues. So I had a client come in and she was complaining of bloating and heartburn and general digestive type issues, as well as the most important thing was the food allergies that she had. So she was saying how she couldn't eat almost anything. Most foods disagreed with her and they were always changing. So she actually resorted to fasting most of the time, most days of the week, because so little foods actually agreed with her. So she took her Meridiogram health questionnaire and it was discovered that she had a root canal tooth. And a root canal not just on any tooth, but on a digestive related tooth. So then I guided her through the process of addressing this root cause and getting it resolved. And within a week after that procedure, she had called me saying, "Zach, this is great. This is amazing. I'm able to eat so many foods now that I wasn't able to eat before. I'm going just having the best time ever. And I can't believe that this dental health issue was causing my food allergies." That's just one example of a client that I had that was able to overcome her health challenges that were really getting in the way of the lifestyle that she wanted to live. I think a lot of us can relate to this, that oftentimes we feel like our bodies are working against us, but really they're just communicating in a language that we don't recognize. Our body's using symptoms in order to tell us that something isn't quite right. I'd love to be the one to help you understand that language your body's using so that you can overcome and address your health challenges. In the next video, I'll be covering one of the 3 most important things needed for achieving health. I'll be showing you a technique we can use to actually measure the energy and health in our cells, as well as we can use this technique to identify how severe disease or dysfunction is in your body, as well as possible progression where the disease or dysfunction will go in the future if it remains unaddressed. We can also use the same technique to identify trouble spots in your body before symptoms even develop there. So that way we can prevent stuff before it even happens. This is really important, this topic, because it's something that every pain, dysfunction, and disease has in common. In the rest of this free video series, we're going to be covering how our body is able to create its own healing and regenerative energy, how disease progresses and develops, and lastly, we're going to be learning about the connections that our body uses to connect all the different systems and organs and tissues, and how our body is able to send the healing and regenerative energy through those different pathways. Being able to reverse disease, it's super important to understand how these connections function. For Meridiogram subscribers, you guys will receive exclusive content, exclusive subscriber-only content that is not available to the general public. As a part of this content, we will be going on a deep dive into the 13 root causes, learning about every single one of them, everything you need to know, and getting all your questions answered. You'll also receive actionable step-by-step guidance for every one of those root causes, so you know exactly what to do to resolve all of them. So there's no guesswork whatsoever, and you're not in the dark. Lastly, you'll receive your personalized custom Meridiogram tailored specifically to you, so you know exactly what's going on with your health and what's going on inside of your body. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of this important and valuable information. I look forward to sharing with you more through this video series and through Meridiogram.